Let's go again from the beginning because there was some secrets of the car and I cannot put on video. C63s 2017. Today it's Friday, June 9, 2023. Here we go again. Let's do it again. Wakey, wakey. Yep. Mileage, kilometers, 165,457. Alright, the car came here for the rear differential bushings. Why you're gonna ask me, has a front differential? No, it doesn't have. Yeah, okay, for the differential bushings. The guys, they're working on it. And the car is tuned, the car has cutlass down pipes, stock turbochargers. Yeah, as far as I can see, it looks like a stock one. Yep. Like I said, cutlass down pipes and they have tuned it. All right. The engine oil temperature and the coolant temperature, it's at 70-71 degrees. And I was saying to the owner that, you know what, if you modify it through the tune, you can achieve these temperatures, but again, you're not gonna be able to reach at 70 degrees. You know, because you have also the thermostat. That the thermostat, there is also the heat in the middle that you can control it from the ECU, but you have also the oil thermostat down that's not opening at 70 degrees. You know. In any case, it is what it is, right? Just I want to mention that this heat exchanger here, this radiator or intercooler or heat exchanger, this is one of the packs that has one here, and one here. This is for intercooler, transmission, and one it's communicated with the radiator, I think. Then has also on the E63 I know better than the C-Class. This I have to follow it. It has a brushless pumps, one brushless pump, it's from this side and the other one's from there. That you can tune it also and you can increase the duty to run more. And you can also play with the heating element of the thermostat in the middle. Now, what are we going to do with that here? To me, it doesn't make any sense if it's real, the temperatures that's showing 70 degrees. It doesn't make any sense to make any modification. I don't know if it's real, the temperatures. My plan was, before they start stripping it off the guys, to put the Xendry, to plug in the Xendry and monitor the temperatures and comparing it with what says inside of the instrument cluster. That was the number one. Second thing, I was willing to put some sensors external, and I was willing to get also the thermal camera from inside of the engine room to just verify from 4 different ways actually. You have one measurement, one number inside the instrument cluster, you have one on the Xendry, you have another one, one instrument cluster, one Xendry, one from the thermal coupler here to see physically how much the temperature on the heat exchanger, and this is the condenser, by the way, the radiator is more inside, and through the thermal camera, because I doubt we're gonna be able to run 71 degrees Celsius. The radiator fan, keep in mind, is running all the time, and like I've mentioned that before, if you're going with more than 50-60 kilometers per hour and you keep running the fan, you create a blanket, because very simply, the 1000 watt fan, you're not gonna give you more than, how much? 50-60 kilometers per hour airspeed. That's it. After 60 kilometers per hour, to keep running the fan, you're blocking the airflow. I have mentioned that before. Whoever doesn't understand that, no problem. And it's not my business. Let's raise up the car to see it from down. It's nice and clean car. I didn't see any problem other than the bushes on the diff. And this is, like I said, it's tuned, the car. It's not a bone stock. Alright, just give me a second to lift it up. Okay, that's how it looks like from down the car. They are changing, as far as I know, they are changing these bushes, this one and this one. Also the drive shaft rubber coupler, if it was a bone stock you can keep it, but since you are here, you know, it doesn't take any, you just need to get the part to change and finish the story. The guys, they remove now the exhaust, they have already opened the wheels, they are moving on. It looks nice and clean, decent. There is no modification on the cooling system, by the way. The only thing The only thing that's not OEM, that's not original, it's this clamp that they put before here. It's supposed to don't be like that, but again, it's routed properly. They didn't mix up the lines like what they did before on the A-Class. This one brushless pump from this side, another one brushless pump from this side. Okay. Yep. So why it's here, like I said, it's for the bushes and cooling modes. Now, cooling modification not required. If it's real, the temperatures, if it's at 70 degrees the temperatures, what it says inside of the instrument cluster, there is no need to modify anything. But they said to me to put the bypass thermostat. We're gonna see, we're gonna find out when it comes to time, because now to reach on the coolant thermostat you have to strip off everything from here. It's not coming out, you have to remove the intercoolers. It's a big story. And also the coolers, it's not the ideal, it's been sandblasted. You see the fins as it looks like. Alright, yeah, that's it for now. Later on the rest. Later on, it's mostly, the video it's mostly for the thermostat, and I wanna see at the end how much will gonna be the temperatures. I wish to run the test before, but the guys they start working on it. Omar, yesterday I said that I need to check the temperatures, but you put it on and it's still, you start working on it.
No, only the differential.
Yeah, but this is required to start.
You can start the car.
They remove the exhaust now to take it out. To continue work. Alright. I would like to make one test, you know, for the temperatures. I want to see with the Xendri, and I want to see with the temperature gauge to see what's going on, you know.
They will not, because they are only this area.
Okay, they're gonna sense only the front bushes or also the rear one?
Also.
And what about the coupler? They're gonna sense or not?
Coupler I did not mention before. I tell you honestly why I'm so like
because it's not critical, but if you come here, you see it has some minor cracks. If it was a bone stock, like I said earlier, if it was a bone stock, you don't even have to change it. But since you're gonna be there, you're gonna take it out, it's good chance to change also the coupler, you know?
I put something.
It's up to the owner, whatever he wants. The front one, yeah, it looks okay, the front one. I don't see any problem with the front one. Yeah, okay, standing by, we might have a chance to run a test to get some values. That's it for now. Okay, Xendri, it's been connected with the car. I'm ready to start the car, I haven't started yet. Coolant temperature 35.2 degrees. Okay. Specified value for engine temperature 80 degrees. Coolant temperature engine start 35.25. Intaker temperature 36, left and right. Ambient temperature 34. Status of recondition off. Okay. Let's scroll down. 0 coolant thermostat heating element 100%. That's why I'm saying that it's been tuned. Now I have the thermal gun here. I didn't bring the probe. I'm gonna bring it later on. I have the FLIR here. It's a little bit weird setup here, but it's working because it's not lasting the battery of the FLIR. It's been I don't know how many years. That's why. Can you please start the car? I need to see now what says inside of the instrument cluster, what temperatures I have here to compare it to see if there is any difference, and how much we're gonna raise the temperature. Like I said, the fan will gonna run all the time. This is how it's been tuned. Don't accelerate, get out. The fan is working. Yeah. It's gonna take how much time now to warm up? One second to see that we are live. Yes, we are. 40. Yeah, this is because they have disconnected back the guys. It's not a big deal. Oil. and transmission 36, 37. Let's see how much we can reach. Standing by to warm up. We have here 75 degrees coolant temperature. On the instrument clusters, this is not a digital, I mean, there is no number. It's showing 80, a little bit more than 80. It's okay. Let's turn it off. Okay, 1 second. As soon as the heating element on the thermostat, I'm talking about this one here, this plug, as soon as this at 100% duty, that means working all the time, and as soon as the radiator fan, it's screaming, it's 100%. I was saying that as soon as the heating element here, this plug, this piece, it's at full duty, and the same thing also with the radiator fan, it makes sense to don't warm up at all. When you have the bumper here, it starts sucking air also through this spot. That's why you see that the oil cooler here, it's a little bit warm, and here it's completely cold. Even as it is right now, without the bumper, it's efficient. You're gonna tell me you didn't load the engine or something. Now, the duty of the brushless pumps, it was at 20% only. It was not 100%. It was not working all the time. So what you're gonna end up? You're gonna need to change radiator fan every couple of years because it's running all the time 100%. That's what's the difference. The thing is, I don't understand why it's not coming up the oil temperature, because the oil has a mechanical thermostat and it doesn't have an element like this one to warm up and to open the thermostat earlier. Did they modify? Did they touch it? That's what I want to see. If they touch it, they learn how to do it. That's how it looks like. In this country, you can get away with that. But with these modifications in a cold country, you're never gonna warm up anything. Even 70 degrees, it's not the ideal. It is what it is. Let's see. We're gonna continue. We're gonna continue here. Okay, today it's Saturday, 10 of June 2023. The guys, they continue here. They strip off everything, and we reach on the thermostat. Let's see. Good luck to come out in one piece. I hope to come out in one piece. I need to remove also this valve because we're gonna touch probably, yeah, just for safety. Yeah, we're gonna take it out. 30 torques behind, here, the pipe, yeah. Good luck to remove the thermostat. And that's, turn on the light. That's how it looks like, classic. You remember what I said? That more than 4 or 5 years and more than 100,000 kilometers, you're not gonna come out in one piece. That's exactly what's happening. You can see also the bolts here, the 30 torques for the water pump. It looks like. I changed the settings on the camera, on the phone, you know, and now it's the color. It's completely different, you know. It's much, I don't know. Okay, so that's the thermostat. That's how it looks like. This is where it's breaking. I know that. I have said that years ago. When I first saw that, I said that this is not gonna have a happy end. It will not gonna have a happy end, this one. Mr. Derek. This is the membrane that's sealing this to recirculate the coolant inside of the engine. And then there is this washer here. And now, you know what's the not funny thing, it's not funny at all actually. You need to remove this sleeve from here carefully without hurting the block. You know? Come inside the engine to show you what I'm talking about. Because I have the new thermostat inside. And I was expecting to come out like this. I will be surprised if it comes out in one piece, but not come inside to show you. The piece that's stuck inside, 1 second because flickering this stupid piece of thing, but if I make it like that, it's not. This is what's stuck inside, this housing. The O-rings, forget it, it's gonna be completely gone, okay? That's the thermostat actually. This is the housing, and this is the element that's warming up and it's expanding the piston and it comes out. It's moving out this pin, has a wax inside, and this being controlled also not only from the temperature of the coolant, it's controlled also by the ECU. It's apply here electricity, it's sucking 1 ampere, and then it starts warming up faster to open earlier. Now, what's gonna be the difference? We're not gonna install this thermostat that has the loop inside of the engine, okay? We're gonna install this one. This is the bypass. This is wide open, you see? So it's not looping the coolant inside the engine, because it doesn't make any sense here in this country. There's no winter, you know? So that's what we're gonna enter inside. But to enter this inside, this is precise, you know, you need to seal so the O-rings here that has, you need to clean the bore inside. You're gonna see, you're gonna be with me, right? Yeah. We're gonna spend a couple of hours trying to removing carefully the housing. The housing, this, we have to break it. That's what's stuck inside. This one, these ears, it's held here by these screws. That's why you saw it there, that snap. Always this snapping, okay? So now we need to remove this housing from there inside without hurting the block, and then we have to clean the bore inside, and then we have to enter inside this one. We're gonna make a test fit first, and then we're gonna mount it. Good thing that we have a new thermostat. I was not expecting something less than this. Yay, lovely. We're gonna see. I have to ask at the office. I don't know if the owner, he needs to change completely the housing. Maybe he needs to change only the seals. You know, to change only the seals and keep the older housing. You know, we're gonna see. We're gonna find out. Let's go F ourselves up. And that's how it looks like. Fortunately, I didn't fuck up. I didn't scratch it. I didn't cause any other problem. Okay, I fucked up the temperature sensor there because I drive it a little bit more in the thermostat, but it's okay. It's only the temperature sensor here. It's not a big deal. It's just only one sensor. I mean, it can be much worse. I can destroy the block itself. And that's how it looks like a thermostat. Rusty, you like a thermostat? This is how it came out. You see, the anodized one, you're gonna have much more chances, better chances to don't stick like this one. I said before, after 4 or 5 years, after 100,000 kilometers, all of them are gonna be like that. And I feel sorry for the person who's gonna try to change the thermostat. I feel sorry even for the person that you're gonna say, oh come on, it's a coolant thermostat. How difficult it might be. Yeah, you have to strip off the half car here front, or the front end of the car actually, to reach there. And then it's not only that, it's not enough that you have to strip off all this, you have to remove it carefully without scratching anything. And now you have to clean it. Yeah, you know how you have to clean it. Water, and you have to rinse it. Let's continue here because we have more time in front of us. And that's how it looks like after the operation. Okay. I need to clean it obviously, and it makes sense to remove the temperature sensor from there now, because it might need to make some massage on it. It's not round anymore. Okay, the surface here has a little bit corrosion. It was running on the original coolant, alright, by the way. It didn't have a normal water inside, and this is how it looks like. Yep. So don't think that it didn't have a OEM coolant. It was the OEM coolant, and that's the results. Now I need to clean it a little bit. There, brake cleaner. 1 second to get the rag. A little bit of Vaseline, and it fits like a glove. Oh, come on, come out now, boy. All right, it's looking good. Perfect, excellent. Just a test fit. Now, this one, it has much better chances to don't stick like the original one, because this is anodized. I believe that even if the original was anodized, only this part, it's gonna come out much easier. I believe. We'll never gonna know, right? Or we will gonna know. If we have to open it later on, we're gonna figure it out. Let's move on. I just took apart the thermostat housing just to show you that somebody will gonna ask, okay, since you're gonna put this one, why you're not using the old one, right? So what's happening? Forget about the salt and all these things what has, okay? The thing is, I need this seal, I need this seal to be new, I need this seal and this plastic piece, because this burning and start leaking, you can see the color how it looks like. I need this new, and then I need also this seal here, this o-ring, and this plastic piece new. So you understand that if you put a little bit more money, you're gonna get a brand new housing like this, with a new seal here, with a new plastic pipes, nice and shiny, to don't have any headache, to don't have any leak. Now from this side, even if I put, let us say, if I get this for the low radiator hose, the fitting, this plastic piece with a new seal, see how it's the housing here? It's badly corroded, and there was a leak already here before. So to don't have any headache and start leaking, and then we have to open everything again, my advice, I have to get permission from the office, is to use this housing. But like I said, I have to get permission from the office. Now, to use any housing, if I use this housing or if I use this housing, this small pin that has here inside, the cap it's outside, I just leave it out. Since it's not gonna be an active thermostat, it's gonna be a bypass, and this it comes here at this point, there is no need to have this piece, and there's no need to have, one second, it stay here, yeah, all right, leave it there, and there's no need to have this pin here, for the simple reason, when we're gonna give electricity, the ECU on the thermostat, to control the thermostat, it's gonna expand the wax, and this pin is gonna fall off. You know what, why I'm saying, I'm gonna show you now, I'm gonna plug it in, just give me a second, I'm gonna plug it in to show you exactly what I mean. Okay, that's the setup. Just zooming out, and then I make 0.8, not 1, because stop flickering, it's not making this annoying thing. I have the power supply there, 14 volts, I have connected, and I'm gonna give electricity. Now, from now on, it starts warming up here, and you're gonna see that this pin is gonna start coming out, and if I make it upside down when it's gonna be warm, you're gonna start escaping also wax. This need to come out now before I close everything, otherwise this is gonna end up to be inside of the engine, it's gonna go through the water pump probably, and you're gonna destroy the water pump. You don't need a steel piece inside of the cooling system. Let me help you a little bit, I don't wanna stay here all day. And this, they tune this car to run 100% duty, this element that's warming up the wax. So you see that there is some wax that have been escaped from here. Yeah, what you're expecting. Let's help it a little bit. Even inside of the engine, it's working together with the coolant that's raising up, plus the not the signal, the electricity that gets. It already came out. Let's help it. Don't spend all day here. We're gonna warm it up a little bit. Ah boy, see how fast? Don't come to my face, start burning the wax. Come on. Yeah, go out. That's it, came out. So So like I said, this, you don't need it inside of the engine. And whatever wax has inside, this is what you see down there, this is a wax. It's not running purely the thermostat on electricity. This, when it's gonna cool down, it's gonna be wax. 1 second to close the power supply. I can warm it up a little bit later to come all the wax out. It's not hurting something, but it doesn't belong inside the engine. Let me get a piece of tissue. Sorry. Oh, what came out? Came out there was some coolant probably. This is a coolant. Sorry, it's not a wax. No, it wasn't a wax. The wax is more deep inside. Yeah, 1 second to warm it up a little bit more. Definitely has a wax inside. Yeah, you can see something here, right? Where I'm pointing? No, I'm not pointing either. Nope. Only coolant came out. Who knows, maybe this was already empty. Usually has a wax inside. Yeah, there is something inside. It might have a double chamber to have a piston to drive the pin and to be the wax more inside. So if I warm it up too much, I might explode it, but definitely has a wax inside. Okay, so this going to scrap. Okay, this going also to scrap. Yeah, just this is how it need to be able to pass, to put the bypass, the wide open. And because the salt that has, it's not even entering inside this. Yay. Okay, let's go to the office to get a permission to scrap this one and to use the new one. Just to make myself clear once again, to don't have any misunderstanding, if I use the new housing, I think that I mentioned that earlier, maybe I'm wrong, in any case, if I use this housing or the old housing, this pin need to go out. I hope that I make myself clear earlier when I make the test, when I show you that it pop out. This, if you leave it there, when you're gonna give electricity, because you have to connect the electrical connector here to don't trigger the check engine, combination of the electricity that gets this element with the coolant that's raising up the temperature, this, it doesn't have anywhere to push. It does have a thermostat behind of it to start opening it, so it's gonna just pop out. It doesn't make any sense to give it there. That's what I'm saying. Now, what fault it's coming? It's coming a fault that the coolant thermostat, it's stuck in wide open position. This is what fault you're gonna find on the ECU, and this you can code it and it can disappear. It's not gonna show you again fault that it's stuck open the thermostat. It's not a big deal as far as I know. What they told me, they said to me, even for the MO57 and for the MO56, it's the same thing. And again, this is not for the cold country. It will never gonna come at the personal temperature of the engine. This is only for a racing use, that you're gonna push hard the car and you're gonna be in a hot country. Not for a daily use, not for a cold country. I hope that I make myself clear and don't read also bullshit down on the comments. Let's go to the office now. Okay, I came back from the office and they give me permission to don't use the old one. They said to me, don't use the old one, use the new housing. Like I said earlier, for the new housing, you need to remove the pin. Giving electricity, cycling almost 1 ampere. Let's pop out the pin. On this one, I'm not gonna put the torch here to warm it up. I'm gonna leave it to warm up by itself. I might help it to come also out. I don't want to put a fire here. On this one, the old one doesn't matter. The old one, it's gone. And at the end of the day, like I said, it doesn't make any sense. You change this, you change this, you change the seal, and then you have the housing in this state, in this condition. Also, the lower radiator hose, it's rusty. This is on the guys outside, it's not on me. It started warming up, yeah. Leave it take its time. I'm gonna start again the camera when it's gonna be expanded. Since I'm waiting to expand the pin, and I have 5-10 minutes until it comes out. Yeah, it starts warming up. I want to show you my setup. This is a FLIR camera. I have it, I don't know, I have it 8 years, maybe more than 8 years. The battery of this camera, it's not lasting long, okay? So I found one solution. I said, what's gonna happen if I connect it with this way? So, see what I have done. This is for charging. This is the charging port here. You're gonna tell me the video is for the thermostat, right? And for the C63, but who gives an F? The video is also for me. So that's the USB, I don't remember how it's called, that USB-C, it's this one. This is when I'm connecting on the phone. Oh boy. This is the USB-C, okay? So I have to connect this adapter, dang it, with one hand. So I'm putting this adapter here. Then I have here from USB-C to USB. Then this has a sandwich. You're putting it here on the hub. Now put the other way around. Sorry, 1 second, because it's supposed to face. No worries, no worries. Put it facing this way. Doesn't matter. Okay, so it goes this way, like that. Then from this one, you put the battery charger here, the charger cable. Dang it, second. And then here you have a USB. So you get the adapter from USB to USB-C to connect on the phone, because I'm connecting on my phone. And it's get electricity and I can see through the camera. You're gonna see, just a second, I'm gonna plug it in and I'm gonna show you through, this is coming out, dang it. Yeah, I'm gonna show you now a view from this one. I'm gonna make a screen recording, or I'm gonna see how I'm gonna do it. Because I don't remember what format, we're gonna see, we're gonna find out in a second for you. Okay, there we go. Now it's recording through the thermal camera. I was showing with the phone what I'm recording, but I have to hold the camera. That's the element that's warming up. Dang it, where I'm pointing. So I'm not recording through the FLIR, I'm recording the screen, because, oh come on, can I, oh boy. 1 second, let's make it like that. It's much better like this. It's reflecting because of the bronze. I don't know. I have no clue. Let's go a little bit far away. That's how it looks like. Looks like it's more hot than the rest around. But this came even out. Came much more out. Yeah, I cannot even center it. In any case, that's a thermal camera. I plug it the other way around. That's why it's a headache. Let me stop. And that was the clip from the FLIR. I don't know what you're gonna see. I was screen recording because recording the device, I think, or has the settings. I have no clue, to be honest. So that's how much came out. I'm gonna grab it now a little bit and I'm gonna help it to come completely out and continue working. This is back in place. It's working, this, for some radiators also from cold air intake and this kind of stuff. I have used it a couple of times before, but you see the setup here. It's like a Christmas tree. Yay. And not only that, oh boy, it's recording vertical. I have to make it horizontal. I don't know what are you gonna see from the clip. At least it's short. Let's move on, let's continue. And this is how it looks like. Finally, the pin is not here anymore. I have removed it. I have put the housing, okay. The O-rings here and here, it's on the same height like this. The step here, it's on the same height to come flush the bolt, because it's the engine block here, okay. There is also a bleeder hole up. If there was not existing a bleeder pipe, you have it should make one small 1 millimeter hole here to bleed the air, but no need because it has already pipe that's bleeding. So we are good to go. That's how it looks like. From outside you don't see nothing. Inside it's all the story. Alright, wide open. That's why it has down there also the flaring to pass easily the coolant from here to here. Let's go to install it. There is no reason to stay out. Let's put it in. I already put a Vaseline there. The bolts have been torqued down. With one hand. Oh boy, no, I cannot do it with one hand. No, I can't do it with one hand. Okay, align it. Excellent. Beautiful, well done. Now I need to find the bolts. Yay. And that's it. Thermostat back in place, not thermostat, the bypass. The new housing. We need Messier Nouveau. We need the sensor bar there and closing all the rest. Okay? That's it for this part. Looking good. Thank you.